Hello guys, welcome once again. This is WWTube Season 9 and we're playing 1942 with Larry Harris tournament rules and playing as the Axis is No Limit playing as Japan and Sergeant Shultzie playing as Germany. As the allies is Corporal Clegg as the UK and me Piloto as the USA and the USSR. This is turn number I think 3, 4, I don't know. I will just write it in the video, in the title of the video. So let's just do it. Okay, so as the USA, I am spending 46 total IPCs, 2 subs, 1 destroyer. I am doing the wrong mistake of buying 1 cruiser, but I want to. 2 artillery and 2 infantry units, all for a 46. I am spending everything. So combat movements. We have 2 combat movements. Let's get the camera in a better position. So first combat movement, I am taking this destroyer in season 60. My destroyer there is attacking him, but I am moving 3 of my fighters. These guys are remaining with 3 movements in their gas cage. And my other combat movement is in season 48 and making an amphibious assault in the Philippine Islands. First, let's move the only transport I have in Iwo Jima. This guy will do the amphibious assault. And the sub in season 47 is moving into season 48, but not without the help of all the fleet. So we have, I think, 5 destroyers. We have 3 fighters, cruiser, battleship, everything except for the bomber. Okay, I'm moving also the carriers. So also the fighters in season 60 are going to land in the fighters in season 48. So very simple. And those are all the combat movements. Let's proceed with here. First we have, I am using my 1941 printed board, battle board. So we have destroyer and a destroyer and 3 fighters. Okay, so let's do it. Let's roll first for our destroyer and let's use red dice for the fighters. Okay. So we have 1 black and 3 red. And we have 2 hits. Now let's roll for the Japanese destroyer. Let's use the same dice. And they miss. Okay, so season 60 is clear. And the 3 fighters are going to return to the rest of the fleet. Okay, now let's do the battle here in season 48. I am not going to move everything into the battle board, it's only 1 sub. So I am rolling first for 5 destroyers. Okay, let's use the out of the box dices. Okay, we have 5 black dices at 2 or less. And we have 3 hits. Now let's roll for the sub. I'm going to use the red dice. Okay. Okay, and it's a miss. So the sub and the Japanese transport are taken. And I just forgot the 3 other fighters that were in the cars were gonna attack in the Philippines. I just forgot about that. Sorry guys, I'm going just to proceed with it. Okay, so we have infantry and artillery and 3 fighters. This destroyer is here. I'm just going to pick 1 fighter. Okay, 3 fighters. Okay, these guys 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was planning. Okay, so let's proceed. We have infantry and artillery at 2 and 3 fighters. Okay, we have 4 hits. So now let's proceed. 3 hits, my bad. No, yeah, 4 hits. Let's proceed with the Japanese returning fire at 2 or less. And sorry guys, Japan fails. Okay, so the Philippines are taken. Okay, now let's proceed with the non-combat movement. I'm going just to leave here the fighters, but all these fighters are returning into the carriers, into the 3 carriers. We have 5 destroyers here, 1 in season 60. Okay, so first let's proceed to move the production chart. So we have 3, so that should leave the USA at from 41 to 44 and Japan from 40 to 37, same place as Germany. Now another the non-combat movements. The strategic bomber in Midway is going into Hawaiian Islands. The strategic bomber in the western United States is going into the Midway. The destroyer is staying here. One of the submarines is going into season 44, the other submarine is going into season 57, and the other submarine is going into season 52. And you know what? The submarine season and the one that it was moving into 44 is moving into 59. Yeah, why not? Now, what else can we do here? Yeah, the transports. We have 2 transports in season 19. They are moving 1 and 2 into season 56. And what else? Oh yeah, the Africa unit. So yeah, the tank from Egypt moving 1 and 2. 2 infantry and 1 artillery are moving into Egypt. Okay, now let's place units. Yeah, I think that's all. Okay, let's place the units. Obviously, everything into the Pacific. 2 infantry and 2 artillery in western United States. Cruiser, destroyer into season 56. 2 submarines into season 56. Okay, and that was everything for the USA. I'm doing a recap with the USSR too. So now let's proceed with the USSR turn. I am starting with 27 IPCs. I am spending everything in 2 tanks and 5 infantry units. Okay, now let's do the combat movements. Okay, so first, from the Caucasus, 1 infantry and 1 artillery are moving into Ukraine with 2 fighters that are moving 1 and 2. These guys also 2 movements in their gas cage. Let me just get over there. Okay, now 2 infantry from Russia into West Russia with 1 fighter. This fighter is remaining with 3 movements in his gas cage. Okay, now I am not making the same mistake twice. 2 infantry and 1 tank from Moscow into Kazakh SSR, 1 artillery from Novosibirsk into Kazakh SSR. Okay, let me see if I turn the light off. Nope, better with the light. Okay, now another combat movement. 1 tank from Vologda is moving 1 and 2 and moving into Xinjiang. 1 infantry from Ebenki National Okrug also is moving into Xinjiang, so that's an easy take. And we are taking 1 IPC from Japan. Also, before I didn't collect income as the USA, so I'm just going to do it now. I was collecting 44 before moving the chart again with the USSR turn. So USA is going next turn with 44 IPCs. Okay, now let's continue. Yeah, the one IPC. Japan is going to 36, and USA is going to 45. Okay. Right. So another. I think that's all. So now let's proceed first with the battle in Kazakh SSR. So let's move this into the battle board. Tank. Okay. Okay. So we have 3 black dices at 2 or less and 1 red dice at 3 or less. And we have a hit, 2 hits. Okay, so now let's do it again, because one of the infantry was attacking at a 1. Sorry guys, let's do it again. Okay, 1 infantry at 1, 2 infantry and artillery at 2. Okay, we have the hit, we need it. And now let's roll for Japan. Okay, 1 infantry at 2 or less. He's not taking anyone right now. So those are 2 IPCs for the USSR. Okay. Now let's do the battle in Ukraine. Okay. Okay. Ready, let's do it. We have 2 infantry and 2 fighters. Well, 1 infantry with 1 artillery, and this is the result. We have 3 hits. Okay, so now let's roll for the Germans. We have infantry and artillery. And we have 1 hit. So I'm losing 1 infantry and I am taking Ukraine. Okay, now let's proceed with the next battle. In West Russia. This is the one I am more nervous about. So let's do it. Okay, and let's put this in here. So we have I'm going to roll also black dice for the ones. So I'm rolling 2 black for the 2 infantry at 1 and 1 red for the fighter at 3. Come on, come on. And both misses. Okay, now let's roll 1 black dice for the artillery. Miss, 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 miss. Doesn't miss. This is going to be the the bad one. Okay. Come on, 1 hit, 1 hit. That's it, 1 hit. Okay, you guys didn't see that one, but the fighter just scores. Okay. Now we are rolling for the artillery at 2 or less. Come on, miss. Miss, 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 miss. Yeah, and it misses. Okay, West Russia is now part of the USSR. I shouldn't have done that. I should bring more units, I think. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so where are my USSR units? I just lost my units. Okay, there. So West Russia, let's update the chart. Those are 2 IPCs. USSR is going to 19 and Germany is going to 35. Okay, now the Caucasus, the Ukraine, my bad, the USSR is going to 21 and Germany is going to 33. Okay, now Kazakh SSR, so the USSR is going to 23 and Japan is going to 34. And that's it as the USSR. That was the turn. Now let's place let's do the non-combat movements. 4 infantry from Ebenki are moving into Vologda. 1 artillery is remaining there. The fighter in West Russia is returning into Russia. The 2 fighters, obviously, from the battle in Ukraine are returning into Russia. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. So, placing units, everything except for one infantry is going into the Caucasus. The rest, 4 infantry and 2 tanks, are going into Russia. Okay. So Russia this turn is collecting 23 IPCs, not that much. Germany has been and Japan stealing money from us. So yeah, 23 for the USSR this turn. And now let's do a recap. First, let's do the USA. So here in Western United States, we have a 1 AA gun, 2 infantry, 2 artillery. In C-Zone number 56, 2 destroyers, 2 transports, 2 submarines, and 1 cruiser. In C-Zone 57, 1 submarine. Midway, we have 1 infantry, 1 strategic bomber. In Hawaiian Islands, 1 infantry, 1 strategic bomber. C-Zone 52, 1 sub. Wake Islands, 1 infantry. C-Zone 59, 1 sub. C-Zone 60, 1 destroyer. And here in the Philippines, we have 1 infantry, 1 artillery. And in this C-Zone, we have 5 destroyers, 3 carriers with 6 fighters, 1 cruiser, 1 battleship, 2 transports, and 1 submarine. In Persia, we have 1 infantry, and in Egypt, 2 infantry, 2 artillery, 2 infantry, 1 artillery. In Eastern United States, we have nothing in the Atlantic. And with the USSR, we have in Xinjiang we have 1 infantry, 1 tank. Kazakh SSR, we have 2 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 tank. In Caucasus, we have 3 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 AA gun. In Ukraine, we have 1 artillery. West Russia, we have 1 infantry. In Moscow, we have 6 infantry, 2 artillery, 3 fighters, and 5 tanks, 1 AA gun. Also 3 tanks from the UK in Caucasus, 2 fighters from the UK in Moscow. 1 infantry in Archangel, 4 infantry, and 1 artillery in Vologda. Okay, so that's for the USSR and the USA. Thanks for watching. Good luck to Sergeant Shultzie and No Limit. They are playing as the Axis. So see you soon, guys. Hope there was no mistakes done. Until next time, thanks for watching.